Hey guys, today we're talking guns. This is our 4th episode, a new thing we're trying out just to see if we like it. So far I like it a lot. But basically we're going to talk about what got us into guns, what your first gun was, what got you started, all the good stuff.
Oh, awesome.
So, but before we get started, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, hi, my name is Omar Crispy11b from Texas. I joined the military back in 2004. I didn't even remember anymore. I was injured in 2006. Got hit with an IED, so sustained burns to the body, 75% of the body, 3rd and 4th degree burns. At the beginning, I had a partial amputation of my foot, and then with some complications and stuff that we had, whether we ended up amputating below the knee. Avid outdoorsman, love hunting, love anything to do with the outdoors, and love every single pew-pew that's out there.
Anything that goes bang.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you. I'm the same way. Can't help it.
Yeah.
But what was your first gun?
It wasn't mine necessarily, it was my father's. He had a 38 Special, and that was the first gun I ever shot. One of his good friends worked at the landfill back at home in Brownsville, and he used to let us go down there and we just shoot cans and stuff or whatever out there. Yeah. And just practice. So that was my first gun that I kind of ever had.
What was the first gun you bought that was yours that you bought yourself?
It probably was an AR. That was the first thing I ever bought was an AR.
Was that before military or after?
That was before.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still have it?
I do.
Yeah. Never get rid of that.
No. It's a piece of crap. It's like a $800 rifle.
Who cares?
But it's there. Like, I love that thing. I don't shoot it often, but it's got a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah. You almost want to build it out the way you had it in the military, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Now, this is if you want to talk about it. What was on a firing system, what was your favorite one in the military?
Depending on the mission, what we were doing,
right,
what was going on that day. I mean, it ranged from a saw, maybe the Mark 19, right, the 50 cal. It just honestly depended on what we did, but I like the firepower, so.
Yeah. If you were to pick one? It's hard. I know people ask me the same question. What's your favorite gun? Well, it depends what I'm doing. But if you had to pick one.
For all around?
All the guns that you played with in the military, all the toys.
Yeah.
What's your?
I would have to go with the 240 Bravo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Never jammed, probably.
Nope. Love that thing. Love that thing. Used it in a lot of firefights.
Right.
Put thousands of rounds through it, and it was a workhorse.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. What's your favorite hunting expedition you've been on?
Oh, man. Yeah, I did a moose hunt in Alaska about 7 years ago. And it was a pretty cool trip. And I ended up calling my dad. And I was like, hey, what are you doing these days? He goes, I don't know. What's up? And I was like, would you like to come with me to Alaska? We're going to be hunting a moose. And the chance that we do get one, we got to pack it out and all that stuff. So do you want to come with? And he was like, of course. My dad jumped on it. We get to Alaska. We head down to Fort Greely. And I brought a bow and I brought a rifle just in case. I was primarily hunting with my bow. The trip started horrible because whoever checked my bow case messed with my stuff. And a lot of my arrows were jacked up. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop somewhere in Alaska. I'm gonna get some arrows and then go back out. I made the mistake of telling them, or when I told them I need them cut at 30 inches, I didn't verify that. I just grabbed them and took them. Well, we find a moose, I start putting my stock on them. I get within 20 yards of them. I go to draw back.
Oh no.
And the arrows were so short that they hit the front of my bow. My strings pop. And I'm looking at my bow like wondering what the heck just happened.
Right.
And I look back at the videographer and I'm like, what happened? He goes, your bow just blew up. But as all that was happening, my dad saw it. He turned around and started running back towards the Polaris that we were in, which was a few miles down the road. And my dad said, keep an eye on the moose, keep an eye on that moose. And I'm watching this moose move and I'm like, he's gonna leave. There's no way he's coming back. And then he just stops and he just starts looking around, wondering what that was. What helped us was there was a lot of wind. So he didn't realize that we were there and the wind was in our favor. And so my dad, man, he comes running right back and he brought my 300 Win Mag and he's out of breath. He's like, here, where's it at? I'm like, he's like 1,000 yards. And he's like, let's get within closing distance. I'm like, all right. So we start going, we get within 300 yards. I'm resting against a tree and I'm just gasping for air, man. It was crazy. I'm like breathing hard. I'm a big dude.
Right.
And I'm like, trying to catch my breath. And my dad's like doing the same thing and the videographer too. And we're like, I was like, all right, I got a shot. And they're like, all right, cool. Just pull back, held my breath, put that weapon system from safe to fire. Boom, drilled them, hit them really good. doesn't go down, rack another one. 300 Win Mag rounds in that
Jesus.
moose, and then finally went down. And then when it went down, we all just turned around and I started high-fiving, and
Everybody.
it was awesome. Especially because, growing up, like, especially in South Texas, hunting's a big thing.
Right.
And, we grew up very, very poor. We didn't have a lot of resources. And
Right.
even if we did have them, hunting wasn't a priority. My parents weren't going to spend money for us to go hunting, so I never really grew up with it. And I always told myself, if I ever get a little bit of, extra change in my pocket, I'm going to do things like this, and I'm going to share them with my dad, with my brother, with their kids, and just, try to make memories with them as much as I can.
Totally.
And I remember turning around, I high-fived my dad, and we start hugging. We're like crying. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why we're crying, but we're crying. And yeah, man, that was one of the most memorable hunts that I've done, and I've been fortunate enough to hunt all over this great country of ours. But that one was just, that one's up there.
That would be.
That one's up
That's
there.
special because it's with your dad.
Oh yeah, it was
I
great.
mean, he killed it, had your back. He went to go.
Oh
get the gun
man,
and
yeah,
everything
he
else.
was all about it, and yeah, and then we went to try to hunt some grizzly bears for him, but we came up short on that. But it was a great, all around great trip. Yeah, we loved
How
it.
far did you have to pack the moose back?
I don't even remember. It was like maybe 8 miles back to our camp. Yeah, we did. It took us like a day and a half to get everything out. So yeah,
man.
it was a tough hunt.
How was the weather? Was the weather good?
It was great. It was perfect weather. It was cold, but not too cold, and
Right.
so that helped out a lot. It was great. It was perfect.
Did you mount that one, or did you do it?
I did. Well, actually, it's getting mounted right now because my wife and I didn't have a house,
Right.
or the house that we had the ceilings weren't tall enough. So we just recently bought a house, and I mean, it's like 20, 30 foot high ceilings that we have right now. And right above the fireplace, I'm mounting my TV, so I'm gonna mount that right above it.
Perfect.
And yeah, so it'll get mounted here soon.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a great.
How was the food?
Man, I
Never had it. So.
had moose meat for over 2.5 years, and my wife absolutely loves moose to the point where she's like, "When are you gonna go hunt another one? Like, I want more meat." And I'm like, "All right, that's all you have to say."
Yeah, I've never had it. I've had deer and I've had duck. That's the only thing I've had. But I've heard good things about moose.
Moose is so good. It's up there, yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's get into the guns you picked.
Yeah.
Go to the first one that brings back the most. That really kind of touches on your heart maybe a little bit. Or one that brings back memories.
I'm gonna go with bring back some memories. I'm gonna go with the Luger. I was stationed in Germany through my military time, so that kind of was what sparked my interest in World War II memorabilia, World War II tanks, guns, you name it. That was kind of what sparked it all. And being there and having the opportunity to train with some of the German guys, the German military, they often brought out some of these. And I remember shooting one, and so they started filling me in about them. They and then I started reading up on it. And I don't think people realize how technically advanced this gun was for its time. The Germans were known for their aesthetic weapons.
Yes.
They made them look good, and that's what people kind of remember, but they don't really realize how intricate it was built, the system behind it, and how accurate. So
Right.
when I started getting into guns heavily, I started researching it a lot, and I just fell in love with the mechanism and stuff. And like I told you yesterday, I ended up purchasing one that belonged to a German officer, and that's like one of my prized possessions now. But yeah, this system overall, I think it was ahead of its time, and it's undervalued, and the history behind it is just
Yeah. They're over-engineered. I mean,
They are.
It's kind of like their cars.
yeah.
It's very well engineered, and yeah, I just don't want to work on that. I mean, I just shoot it. I'd be afraid to touch it because of the way they make a build. But they can build a gun, that's for sure. The Germans.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, and like one of the things that I really appreciated about the German manufacturers, and not only that, when you brought this to the German gunsmith or your armor guy, it was always serial number. Everything is serial numbered on these weapons that I don't think people realize. And to have a matching one, it's pretty unique because they did part a lot of guns out and they fixed them and stuff. But for the most part, you can always find the same serial number.
That one is?
Yeah, on this one. Yeah, like when I saw it, that was the first thing I looked for.
Serial numbers?
Yeah, and I was like,
They're all
oh, cool.
matching.
Yeah, and then you have the armor stamp on the side as well.
Yep.
So every time it got checked in and whatnot, they stamped it, and went back into whoever it belonged to. this is definitely brings a lot of memories from being stationed there, getting to do that, and then just kind of what sparked my interest in guns and memorabilia and history and all.
Right. I'm a history nut, so I get exactly what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying.
What about you?
My first one is my Pit Viper. Now, we all know, we saw the movie last night. It's in John Wick. I think I've seen it now twice. Well, the wife drags me to go see it because that's her boyfriend. But it's in the movie, runs phenomenally in the movie. And it runs phenomenal in real life when you shoot it. You need to shoot this before you leave.
Okay.
This thing shoots flat. I mean, just everything about it is smooth. You know, Taron doesn't.
He doesn't mess around.
He doesn't mess around.
Yeah.
He builds Ferraris, is my personal opinion. And this thing, it's kind of my baby now. I mean, I got it a while back before the movie came out and I wasn't allowed to say anything. But I had to have it once they gave me the opportunity, so I just jumped all over because I knew that they were going quick. So, but that's because the movie came out. That's why I like the gun. So, by far my favorite. What's your second one?
I'm probably gonna go with the FN Scar Heavy. This is another one that I think it's not appreciated enough, the way that this weapon system was manufactured, what it was done, and how they continue to develop it and continue to make changes to it. Because for a long time, I think the one thing that we all kind of complained about was the handle. You know, it was charging back every time you shot it, and now they have the non-reciprocating charging kit. You can change it on any version that you have, and now you no longer have to worry about it. Because you know, a lot of guys they grip the whole rail system, and that was kind of catching their thumb. So that was one of the biggest things. And I personally didn't like it because I move my hands all around every time I'm shooting.
Right.
And it would nick me sometimes, and I'm like, oh God. But other than that, it's very accurate. It is a little heavy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but it is very reliable. I know I've seen a lot of guys just torture the crap out of them, and I've done it too. But they just keep running. They're workhorses.
Yeah.
And as of now, I know that the Ranger battalions have adopted it. And
Oh, really?
Ranger battalions are the first one that adopted it, and now this is what they're running.
That's nice. I didn't know that.
Running the heavy, the light. I think some guys are running the 20S and the 6.5 Creedmoor.
Nice. Nice.
I love the Scar Heavy.
Yeah, I've had that one for a while. I think I bought that at a gun store. Is what I did, and I saw it. I was like, I don't have that one, so I wanted it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
But I got them both now, and I prefer the light over the heavy
Yeah.
because it's lighter. Yeah, easier to pack around
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, you might want to look into the FN
6.5.
the new one, the new pistol they came out with.
Yeah, I need to do that.
It's it's short, it's light. I mean, it's great. I love that thing.
I may do that in an SBR.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm literally waiting for that to come back.
Right.
But now I just have it as a carrier with me in my
There you
truck
go.
everywhere I go. Just easy to grab.
Is it a 5.56? Yeah. It would not be fun in 308. Shoot that thing.
No.
Yeah, no.
No, I just hope that they make a 300 blackout soon.
Yeah,
That'd be
I can't say I
awesome.
blame you on that one.
Yeah.
I heard that they were.
I know it's been in the works and they've been talking about it. I just don't know if it's going to be like next year's SHOT Show or something.
Yeah, I did it. Okay. Well, my next one is my B&T 9mm. Suppressed, internally suppressed. So I mean, it's a very long. Of course, the thread's all the way down.
All the way down there.
So it's a very long suppressed. This is new. It just came in.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, but I like it because no matter where I shoot, I'm not gonna have to wear ears.
No.
And now in the range, normally I would do it because you're inside.
Yeah.
But outside, I shot this accurate. Of course, B&T, as you well know, makes good stuff.
They make great stuff.
It's like a Swiss Army knife, I
Yeah.
call it, basically. But
Swiss, man, they make good guns.
yeah, they make good guns. Yeah, but I'm attracted about this one is
The charging handle?
top charging handle. I don't know why I like it. It reminds me of a gun. I want to say maybe the Tommy gun. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah, I can see
I think
that.
the Tommy gun has it, and I think that's why I'm kind of attracted to it. Maybe that's what points me in that direction. But it's lightweight and it's perfect for a trunk gun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's small, suppressed. You can't beat it.
Yeah. Love B&T.
Yeah. What's your third one? I bet I know it's your favorite.
Overall, we already talked about it.
Yeah, she's heavy.
The 240 Bravo, I don't know if it's going to fit in the frame, but the 240 Bravo, which actually came about from the M260 or the M60, which was the pig
Yep.
that a lot of the guys carried in Vietnam. This was the better version of that. Now, when I went through basic training, I had the pig. And I was like, man, this thing is so heavy, but it shoots great. And then I get to my unit, and I was always been super tall and big. I was 6'2", about 200 pounds, just automatic machine gunner. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And when I got to mess with the weapon system, I was blown away and loved it. Got in a bunch of firefights with it. We went in a very hostile area and had to change barrels twice.
Wow.
That's how much ammunition we were running through it, and it performed. It worked. They made a great system on how to take your barrel off really fast, because all it is just this clip. People don't know. You just got to clip it.
Right.
Comes off. You push forward, you throw it to the side, and the other one, click it in, and you keep going.
Right.
So they made it very easy. Cleaning is easy. Taking it apart is probably the easiest weapon system that.
Easier than 249?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This thing is insanely easy to clean, but overall accuracy and reliability downrange was what we were looking for.
Right.
And this fit every single thing. It outperformed anything else.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah. love these
I
things.
see a lot of MG42 in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Without a doubt. The original.
Right. Yeah. No kidding. Germans can build that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So my last one is my first full auto. Well, let's say this part is. Mac 10.
Yeah.
But in 45. But I contacted Lage and they build these uppers for Mac 10.
Oh wow.
So this is from 5.56.
Nice.
Open bolt, semi or whatever. But I have another one coming that they make in 9mm.
Dude.
Which I think it would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
And in 45 by a slower rate of fire. But Lay's builds some really good stuff.
Yeah.
They ain't cheap, but it's well worth it.
It's worth it.
But this one's kind of special because.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I like this thing. I mean, it's so much fun. Spray and pray,
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it's accurate. It's very well stable to shoot it. I mean, it's definitely got the weight to it, but that helps dramatically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's awesome.
Yeah, it's badass. I know you shot a lot of full autos, but that one's kind of dear to my heart
That's awesome.
since it's my
Listen,
first one.
I love any full auto. I don't care what it
Yeah,
is.
I don't blame you. Yeah, anything that's an ammo killer, you don't mind. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, thanks again to Crispy for coming out, talking guns with me. I really appreciate it,
Thanks
brother.
for having me, brother.
The man's trying to get 100,000 subscribers, so let's make sure that happens for me. You guys need to help me out and make it go. So thanks a lot again, Christy. I appreciate it, bud.
Thanks, brother.
And hit like and subscribe. Talk to you later.